I'm still a very small YouTuber and I'm making... There's a common misconception that starting a YouTube channel in 2025 is a waste of time. You've probably had this voice inside of you telling you it's too late to grow, there's no space for me. I know this because I've been there. In the last 6 months, I took my channel seriously and in just 9 videos, I hit 10,000 subscribers and monetization status on YouTube. I'm spilling all the tea on exactly how I got monetized and how much YouTube has paid me each paycheck as a small creator. Keep watching for your guide to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube not that long ago. You clicked on this video, you might be wondering, can you be full-time? Is it going to pay your rent? Or is it just going to pay for a latte? Let's find out. We are going to analyze all of my analytics from when I started my YouTube channel to being monetized. I literally started the channel everyone told me not to start, being a vlogger. I'm going to tell you how you can get monetized as a vlogger or whatever channel you're trying to start. Let's break it down. I feel like I was searching for how much vloggers make on YouTube, and like the only videos that came up were like really big, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Those are the YouTubers that were sharing like their analytics, and I was like kind of looking for someone that was smaller like me. Like, how much are you making as a vlogger? The kind of videos you make in your niche, quote unquote, plays like a huge role in your monetization and also how much money you make. And so that's why I was looking for people like me that are small business owners or vloggers. So that's why I'm here. I want to go chronologically because I feel like that makes the most sense. Being a YouTuber above all else was like my goal. Like before I even started my business, before I started making Instagram content, like everything. But YouTube is truly the hardest platform in my personal opinion to grow on. It definitely takes the longest and it's extremely time consuming. I pretty much started making reels, TikTok shorts. Like I would just make short form content essentially. My initial subscribers came from that, but it was really only like not even like 1,000, 2,000 subscribers that I got from like posting those shorts. It didn't really grow at all. Like I feel like for YouTube, you do have to be posting long form content to actually grow, like just shorts, unless you're like already famous somewhere else. But if you're just posting shorts as like kind of like a nobody, it's really not gonna get you that like community that you want on YouTube. Shorts viewers just don't really subscribe. It's really your long form videos that you're gonna find your YouTube family from. And so yeah, I was just doing that, but that actually worked out for me because I ended up making money on Instagram and growing my platform like significantly. Ironically though, having a lot of followers on one platform doesn't guarantee they will follow you on all your socials. My IG family, majority of them don't subscribe to me on YouTube. You kind of have to treat each platform as their own. And then I started doing paid partnerships for short form content. I work with an agency now. Short form content, you guys, really worked out for me, but not really for YouTube though. It got to a point where I was like, let me try YouTube again. Let me try making those long form videos again. It wasn't until like August of 2024. That's when I posted my first real YouTube video. I say that because I did post like a couple, I think in like 2023, just randomly because I was like, I want to do this. And then I kind of gave up on it, as we all, I feel like, have done. I started in August. November is when I got monetized on November 5th. August, September, October, November. So that's 4 months and I made 9 videos in that 4 months. So wasn't posting as often as I wanted to, but I mean, life was just life, and you know, so it is what it is. And so after the 9th video, that is when I got monetized. In that time as well, I was also posting YouTube shorts though. I was probably posting like 4, 5-ish YouTube shorts a week along with the videos. So I do think that that helped a little bit, but if I'm being completely honest, like looking at my analytics, and I remember like the subscribers really came from the views I was getting from my long form videos. Like shorts, like I feel like shorts help with like making some money and all that, but it really doesn't help with like overall growth all that much. Oh, hello. Mr. Mans came in. Hello. Hello, sir. One of my videos like kind of low-key popped off, that first video that I made, and it was a vlog, like a week in my life, like starting my small business, and that got 23,000 views. When I posted it, it kind of popped off in like the next 2 or 3 weeks after posting it, and so I was like, oh wow. And then of course I go a month without posting after making that video, but all the other videos since then got like 5,000 views, 4,000 views. One got like 2,000 views. I would say an average of like 3,000 views ish give or take per video. And that's kind of what got me to 10,000 subscribers. On November 5th, 2024, I got the email that you are monetized and welcome to the YouTube Partner Program. And then from that email, there was like a few steps that you have to fill out. I didn't do anything before that, sign up for AdSense or literally none of that until I got monetized. And they make it really, really simple for you. There's just like a few steps you have to do. And then once you hit the payment threshold, then you fill out your like bank information, which it actually didn't take me long to hit that payment threshold. I pretty much hit it when I got monetized, around like 8,000 subscribers or so. And I was strictly making vlogs around being a small business owner. And I really think that is the key to success if you want to be a vlogger. If you just title a video "Week in My Life," it's really not gonna do anything. Center your vlog around something. Like for example, for me, I'm a handmade goods small business owner. And so I'm constantly making products, selling products. So I share my journey. My vlogs are centered So I centered my content and my vlogs were around that topic. And so YouTube recommended my videos to people that watch small business content or like running an art shop or that kind of thing. Cause that's also just like a big community in and itself. So I think that is why I was able to get monetized with under 10 videos because they were centered around something. And then you can get really creative with your titles. I think SEO was another thing that I'm like kind of okay at and that got me monetized is I wasn't just calling it "Week in My Life of a Small Business Owner." I was changing the titles where it was just kind of like a little bit more interesting. For example, my first video that got 23,000 views, that was POV, a 25-year-old starting a cozy decor business, few emojis, and then I said designing new products and prepping for shop launch. The title and that thumbnail was just so good, and that's truly probably why it did so well, because of that title. All of these videos that I'm doing, they're all essentially vlogs of me living my life, sharing my job, but the titles, I made them different, but not too different, where it's like not what's going on in the video, if that makes sense. Getting creative with your titles. If you struggle with that, I highly recommend using AI, like use ChatGPT, use those tools to help you come up with creative titles that are going to do well. And I'm not saying like verbatim use what they suggest, but it'll probably spark something in you. Those are really all the things that I think that is what is working really well for me. Instead of planting new trees, I have this one tree and I'm branching out. I'm making branches and leaves off of the one tree. So now we're going to get into the meat of the video. I really just want to kind of get in there and share with you guys how much I have been paid so far, going over like the actual analytics of my revenue real time, like updating live since being monetized. So I have been paid so far a total of $545.08. Logging into my AdSense account, because that is where you can see all of like your payments. My first payment, which was also like my most recent payment, was $346.73. YouTube pays once a month, and in 1 month I made $346.73. It's like once you're monetized, every time you go to upload a video, you can turn on and off monetization. And when you turn it on, they pretty much like automatically place it. I think you can manually do it, but I personally just like the automatic. And then my videos are around like 20 minutes each. There'll probably be like 3 or 4 ads within those like 20 minutes. And I think that's like honestly super fair. The amount you make varies from creator to creator, especially niche to niche. There is like a whole thing of like you get paid more depending on what kind of videos you make. I don't think that should determine what kind of videos you make. At the end of the day, stay true to who you are and what you love, and that is what's going to work out for you and make you the most money, honestly. But that kind of gives YouTube like, hey, let's put such and such ads in her videos and then such and such ads in like the cooking channel's videos. Like also depends on 2 big things, CPM and RPM. CPM is the amount that advertisers pay per 1,000 ad views on your videos. If you have a higher CPM, essentially like more views on your ads, then advertisers are of course like willing to pay a bit more. But YouTube does take a cut of this, guys. Like this money is the money that I got. So YouTube already took their cut and this is the money that I get. Of course, you have to pay taxes on it, so then there's that cut that, America takes. Essentially, that is kind of how CPM is determined. And then RPM is how much like you, the creator, actually makes after YouTube takes the cut. So like technically RPM is like a bit more important because it's actually the earnings you get. Like CPM is like all of it total, but then RPM is like what you get. And if you're curious, YouTube takes a 45% cut. I actually don't know how updated that is, so you can fact check me if you want. That might have changed from last I remember. So like, for example, if your CPM is like $10, you won't get that entire $10. YouTube takes 45% of that, then you'll get like $4 to $5 per 1,000 views. That's kind of how that works, and that's kind of how like YouTube monetization works, how much money you get. But of course, at the end of the day, like the more views you're getting, the more videos you're making, the higher engagement you are, your CPM will go up. I did kind of want to get into my analytics a bit more. YouTube Shorts revenue versus long form YouTube videos revenue. Let's get into that. So watch page ads, I have earned $486.08. These are essentially all of the ads from my long form videos. And then YouTube also tells you how much I've earned from premium viewers versus watch page ad regular non-premium viewers. And then it also shows you how much advertisers are paying. So this is essentially my CPM currently, and this changes a lot, especially time of year. It can change a lot. So my CPM currently is $17.90. And then earnings by ad type. So skippable videos, which is 75% of my earnings is from skippable videos. Bumper ads, couldn't really tell you what that is, non-skippable videos, and then it actually tells you each day how much I'm earning. So for the most part, I'm earning like $5, $3 from YouTube Shorts. Literally, since I got monetized, I have made $59, and I post about 4 to 5 YouTube Shorts a week, you guys. Those are the only ways I earn money as a YouTuber. I don't really use, there's like supers, gifts, membership channels, affiliate programs. I don't use any of that as of now. I do want to get into some of those things in the future, but as of now, I've only been earning from YouTube Shorts and long form YouTube videos. The other ways I make money as a content creator are, which I need to make a whole separate video on that. There's like so beyond much to get into at being a full-time content creator. I do make money through brand deals, but my brand deals are pretty much Instagram Reels, and then brands will also sometimes pay me more to cross promote, so also post it on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but I don't really consider myself a YouTuber per se at all. And then I also make money through my shop as well. My Shopify store, my art shop, my small business. My baby. I also kind of wanted to chat about like my honest like thoughts and feelings on like how I feel about the money I've made on YouTube. I'm actually shocked, to say the least. I did not think that when you have 10,000 subscribers, you really make any money at all. Like I genuinely thought that you would have to have like 50,000 subscribers to even like make a few $100s a month. I'm still a very small YouTuber, and I'm making like $300 a month off of it. And it's only the beginning. I think YouTube is so rewarding. The longer you stick with it, the more you post, it shows that it is super rewarding. And you guys, I was able to do it in under 10 videos. Every single time I've clicked on one of these videos, or like how to grow on YouTube, you know, how to get monetized on YouTube, everyone says to not be a vlogger, and that could not be further from the truth. You can be a vlogger. There's a way to do it. That's me as a YouTuber currently. My biggest goal for 2025 is to hit 50,000 subscribers. Holy shit. We've learned so much. We've learned a lot from like being nothing to getting monetized. And this is going to be the year of YouTube. This is going to be the year for YouTube and growing. Biggest advice is to keep going. You learn so much each video you post, each video you're editing. There's so much to learn and grow from, even if you're not like super proud of it. Like there's just, eventually you'll get there. You'll get there. You just got to practice. If you want to know more about like how I became a full-time content creator, my full-time earnings as a content creator, I'm starting this whole series on how to become a full-time content creator step by step, exactly how I did it in less than a year. So subscribe and let me know in the comments. All right. Bye guys.